Assalamu alaikum. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Today our topic is history and importance of Quran and its subtopic compilation of the Holy Quran. The compilation of Quran. The Quran, the divine book of guidance for Muslims, was revealed over a span of 23 years to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. It is the word of Allah preserved meticulously during and after the Prophet ﷺ life. Today we will discuss its compilation in detail. During the lifetime of the Prophet ﷺ, the revelation were not compiled into a single book. Whenever the Prophet ﷺ received a revelation, he would call his scribe to record it. According to Hazrat Uthman anhu, whether the revelation consisted of lengthy successive verses or a single verse, the Prophet ﷺ summoned one of his scribes and say, place this verse in surah where such and such is mentioned. These revelations were written on various materials such as leaves, stone, tables, bones of camels, and leather pieces. There were about 70 scribes, and Prophet ﷺ personally ensured the accuracy of their writings by having the verses recited back to him. Zaid bin Thabit said that we would compile the Quran in the presence of the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Additionally, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam would recite the Quran with Angel Jibrail every Ramadan, and in his final year he recited it twice to ensure there were no error. Zaid bin Thabit said the Holy Prophet ﷺ was taken whilst the Quran had not yet been gathered into a book. Hazrat Umar anhu recognized the urgency of preserving the Quran and approached the first Khalifa, Hazrat Abu Bakr. After the Prophet ﷺ passing, the Quran had not yet been compiled in a book. This recite concerns especially after the Battle of Yamama, where many Huffaz or memorizers of the Quran were martyred. Initially, Hazrat Abu Bakr was hesitated. Hazrat Abu Bakr said, why should I started a task which was not done by the Prophet ﷺ? However, after Hazrat Uthman insistence, he agreed and assigned the task to Zaid bin Thabit. Zaid bin Thabit said, by Allah, if I had been asked to uproot a mountain and put it another place, it would have been easier than the compilation of Quran. Zaid bin Thabit collected Quranic verses, verified them with two witnesses, and cross-checked them with his own memory. He worked alongside 25 companions to complete the task in a short time. The completed compilation, known as the was kept with Hazrat Abu Bakr. After his passing, it was handed to Hazrat Umar and later entrusted to his daughter Hazrat Hafsa anha. This copy, known as Musaf-e Hafsa, and saved as the primary source for future compilation. During the Caliphate of Hazrat Uthman, the Muslim Empire had expanded to non-Arab regions, leading to confusion in reciting the Quran due to differences in dialect. Hazrat Huzaifa ibn Yaman brought this issue to Hazrat Uthman's attention, and the Caliph took immediate action. Hazrat Uthman said was must unify the Quranic recitation before the people differ over it as the Jews and Christians did with their scriptures. For this significant service, Hazrat Uthman was honored with title Jamiul Quran. Thus, through the efforts of Prophet ﷺ and his companions, the Quran was meticulously compiled, preserving its integrity and ensuring the accessibility for all Muslims across the world. This concludes our discussion on the compilation of the Quran, a journey of dedication and divine guidance that has safeguarded Allah's words for all generations.